Hi YouTube, purpose of this video is just to alert the collectors in the UK that some of the new Matchbox line is now available and with us. At the moment, Tesco's remains the only official stockists of these particular products, and we have in the past week or so started to receive some of the more recent range. A new model here is the Mazda 3, a very good looking hatchback car in real life, not the usual dross, and it's modelled kind of okay with this one. I don't think they've quite brought out all the sparkle in it, but it's a new model, so it's a very welcome addition to the collection. Sticking with the Mazda theme, there is also a recolour of the CX-5, which is the SUV Mazda that's out there. First time we've seen it in black. It's an absolutely fantastic casting, really good fidelity, good balance, nice choice of wheels, etc, etc. I think it's previously been available in dark grey and red, so that one's a recolour. Just to let you know, I haven't been buying every single model because I'm not buying solely recolours, so there are a few that I will mention to you at the end of this video that are also available that I haven't purchased. But another one that's available is this Buick Skylark. Absolute stunning bit of casting on this one, and considering it's a convertible, the strength that they seem to be able to come up with in moulding in these windscreens is looking pretty robust. So that gives confidence that it's going to be a pretty strong model, and isn't going to damage too easily, which is great. But it's just nice. They've had a really good line of 50s American classics over the past year or two. Really strong and just very welcome additions to the collection, so I'm really pleased to have that one. There are a couple of generics that I've purchased. Matchbox seem to be pretty good at what a generic should be, so you know, something that's realistic, but ultimately we don't care too much about the brand, so you know, something that's got play value with it, but you wouldn't question the manufacturer of it. And this Garbage Scout is one such example. So it looks a little bit like, I don't know, a Ford, a Chevrolet, maybe a Toyota, but in essence this one is all about the play value of having that dumpster thing on the back, which is detachable. I think this is a second colour that this one's been issued with, but it's certainly the first time I've purchased one, so I've got hold of that. I'll just show you very quickly the second generic model, which is the this cargo truck, so the sort of thing that you'd see at a port or an airport perhaps. Again, I like this because it's if you're going to go generic, this is the way to do it. Nice detailing with the tampos on it, and because it's small, you get a very good metal to plastic ratio on the smaller models. Same with the Subaru Samba truck, you know, a lot of metal on that, considering because it's small. So that's the next generic that I've got. A recolour, but one that I've purchased anyway because I think it's a strong recolour, is the Alfa Romeo Giulia, now in pearlescent white but with blacked out alloy wheels. I think that's a nice alternative to the original red that it was launched with about a year or two ago. We've got this Slingshot, the Polaris Slingshot. It is a real car, and again it's a recolour. I like these wacky, adventurous, but ultimately real models. I think these sort of things really appeal to me, and they just surprise people when they turn up, and you think, well, you know, what's that? And you're delighted to find that it's something real. So, and I also think that's a strong recolour. The original one was blue, as you can see here. It's black with red detailing, and I think that's another strong and interesting casting. So, purchased a recolour of that. The original Nissan hardbody here was available in red, but that was one that wasn't universally distributed well throughout Tesco's, I think. So this sort of bluey teal colour is far more available, and if you missed out on the red original version, this one's now out there, so you can go get that one. Probably my favourite is this Subaru SVX it's called. I had to check on that, my apologies. The reason for checking, I don't think these were ever imported into the UK. These would be parallel import only. This is the Asada designed model. I believe he had two of these, and anyone who follows the sort of Lamley videos and the broader Matchbox community will be very aware of this this designer and his sad passing earlier on this year. So really great to see some of these castings that were personally important to him being reissued. And of course this was originally issued in white and was not commonly available in the UK. If you missed out on that, you've got this metallic red version now available, so go get it. Next one, I didn't think this was an original casting at first because we've had a few hot rods and I find them a little bit difficult to keep up with. But I think that this Ford Coupe, actually the first one that I've opened out of the ones that I bought, so apologies for the packaging looking a little odd there, but yeah, this is another new casting. Strong always to have a nice vibrant red on a hot rod, flames on it as well, looks pretty good. So another nice addition to the collection, and particularly with the convoy style rear wheels and the smaller front wheels, it gives it a really nice stance. So another nice one, and a new casting. A recolour of one that was commonly available in the UK is the Mercedes AMG GT. This one's the 63S. Originally available in white, prefer it in black, so that's the only reason I purchased a recolour. As I say, I'm trying not to do too much of that, but I prefer the look of that to the original. If you do too, this one is now available. And probably the one that is probably causing most interest with the look of it. You know, Tesla is now rapidly becoming the brand of the future of motoring. So everybody seems to love everything Tesla. So to have a Roadster, even though Roadster to me usually means open top, this is more of a coupe by the looks of it. People are going to get excited by this. But I also really like the metallic matte paint job that they've done on this. I don't know what you'd call this, but a sort of matte pearlescent or metallic red is quite a strong colour for such a modern and future-facing car. So a really interesting model to have in the collection. So that one's now available. There are a couple of 5-packs that have been around for the past few months. And I've picked them up simply because I haven't caught them before. Generally speaking, in Tesco's, the larger Tesco's will stock your 5-packs and your 9-packs, but the smaller stores will stock only the individual ones. So I picked these up from a larger store yesterday, and just to whip through what they are, you've got your Volkswagen Beetle, your Lotus Europa, the original version of the Lotus Europa, your Plymouth saloon car. Forgive me, I forget what kind of pickup truck that one is. It's a Chevy. Yeah, that's a Chevy AD 3100. Nice casting, probably prefer chrome on the details there, but nice casting, nice paint job. And the ever popular, though slightly cheapened because the beacon lights are now part of the windscreen moulding rather than a separate piece, but the ever popular Dodge Monaco police car. Really strong stuff. Final 5-packs, and I think this one's a little bit newer than the, sorry, that one was called Coffee Cruisers. And I think this one's slightly newer. This one is called, apologies for the terrible filming, but Autobahn Express, and that contains the Ford GT, a very vivid yellow version of the Porsche Panamera, the Aston Martin DBS Volant, the BMW 2002. I think this is the first time we've seen it in green, though there is a Hot Wheels equivalent of this, though it is a different casting, that was also produced in green, so I did wonder whether that was a reissue, but it's not. And a updated version of a casting that has been around for a very long time, which is the original Land Rover 90 Defender. Now, just whilst I'm talking Land Rovers, bits that I didn't purchase that are also available are the new version of the Land Rover Defender. I didn't purchase that because they didn't have any. They also didn't have the new version of the Corvette, which is now a sort of super hunt type car. It's a sort of white version of this one that I'm filming now. They didn't have one of those in stock either. They did have a recolored version of this Jeep, but I think it looks stronger in red, so I didn't purchase that. And there's also a Lamborghini police car, which I did not purchase simply because I've now got quite a few of those, and it wasn't radically different. They've got a kind of Mattel livery on that. So these are the ones that are there. Other new releases that don't appear to be in this mix are things like the new version of the Subaru Forester. This new Honda E-City car, whatever it's called, isn't in that mix as well. And I think because we're starting to see these newer ones coming through, we've probably had our chance and not had the cars imported in, such as the Ford Capri and that little Honda, what's it called, CVV or something like that. I don't think that's been imported in either. So these are the ones that we've missed, and you just see in this case here some of the last ones that we had through. So the MR2 and the Bronco were amongst the last mixes to be imported into the UK before the ones that I've just shown you, which means any releases in between those two haven't been imported and stocked in Tesco, so you'll probably have to get those somewhere else. But they are all there in Tesco's now, so go get them.